Good afternoon, everyone. I have a favorite quote, and it's by Christopher Reeve. He said, "A hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles." I am so honored to be in this room full of everyday heroes. We are connected when we share our struggles and our victories, and we are especially united in the courage that we have to face the unknown every single day. My name is Venetta Morger, and my husband John Wood and I have been married 35 years, and we're your neighbors here in the Woodlands.
Yeah.
I belong to the Woodlands Area Quilt Guild, and I run the trails with my running club, and I compete in half marathons, and I'm running the 10 for Texas for Herman Memorial tomorrow morning. Our daughter is a regional trainer for Louis Vuitton, and our son, a captain in the Army, just left on his second deployment to the Middle East from Fort Hood in Killeen, Texas. And these beautiful women up on the screens, those are my sisters. I come from a family of 9 kids, 6 girls and 3 boys. We were raised in a small town in Montana. My story today begins with my hero, my mother, Victoria, who at the young age of 51 was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer. She passed away a year and a half later in October of 1980, just a few months after she walked me down the aisle on my wedding day. She was amazing, active and creative, loving and hardworking. I don't have enough words to begin to describe her and the legacy of family and integrity that she instilled in all of us. Now, fast forward 27 years when Audra, the baby of our family, discovered that she had stage 4 ovarian cancer. She was just 39 years old. She was a passionate mother, an energetic educator, and she was brave and strong. And as our littlest sister was fighting this dreadful disease, we siblings began our own journey of genetic testing in hope of discovering why. Why is this happening? Why us? What are our options for surveillance, prevention, and treatment? And even though there were minor miracles and small victories, our sister Audra, an incredible hero, passed away in 2011 at the age of 42. Now, as a result of us seeking this information, we discovered that everyone is born with 2 tumor suppressor genes called BRCA1 and BRCA2, or BRCA for short. These genes are protective genes, and they are meant to control the growth of the cells in breasts and ovaries. But when these genes are not functioning properly, cancer is the result. You can be tested to see if you have the genetic mutation, which is a huge blessing of modern medicine. You can anticipate and monitor your health before any issues arise, or to catch it at an early stage. 8 of the 9 of us were tested, and from that, 1 brother and 4 sisters, including myself, tested positive for the BRCA1 genetic mutation. Now, as a side note, before any of this was even on our radar, I had had a complete hysterectomy in 1997. That means that they took out my uterus and my ovaries. And this was totally unrelated to cancer. But then, in 2009, as a result of discovering that I was BRCA1 positive, I chose the option of surveillance, which meant mammograms and breast MRIs every 6 months. After 3 years of proactive surveillance, I was diagnosed with stage 1 triple-negative breast cancer. By this time, I had done a significant amount of research around the BRCA mutation, and I felt very confident in having a double mastectomy, followed by chemotherapy and reconstruction. Now, at the same time that I was diagnosed in December of 2012, another sister, Wallace, also had tested positive for the BRCA1 mutation. She was diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer. Wallace is athletic and strong. She was an NCAA basketball referee, a dedicated mother, and an Ironman competitor. She made the heroic decision to undergo abdominal surgery, followed by chemotherapy, and then a prophylactic double mastectomy and breast reconstruction. This cancer stuff, it's a roller coaster. 1 minute, you're completely bottomed out, devastated, and putting up resistance at every turn. And sometimes just enduring the ride so you can breathe and reset. And then other times, when you get good news, you're celebrating every moment, each little success. Wallace and I, and our families, we were just finding the confidence to celebrate, to relax into being cancer-free, when our sister Lisa, who did not inherit the BRCA mutation, was diagnosed with breast cancer. She opted for a double mastectomy and chemotherapy. And then, just a few months after her treatments were finished, and she thought she was cancer-free, she was diagnosed with another, a completely different kind of cancer, a very rare stage 4 ampullary cancer, which proved not to be genetically linked. Lisa found the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. Lisa, a devoted mother, a career educator, and the biggest Wizard of Oz fan I will ever know in my life, passed away 3 weeks ago at the age of 55. She was a hero, and her legacy will live on in the thousands of students that she inspired, and 3 beautiful children who inherited the twinkle in her eyes. So, it has become our family's mission to talk to others about our experience so that more people can be educated and encouraged. Knowledge is empowering. For example, our brother, who tested positive for the BRCA1, is now routinely monitored for prostate and breast cancers. And the 4th sister, who also tested positive for the BRCA mutation, Valerie, she has opted for breast surveillance after she had had a full hysterectomy. Now, while the prospect of cancer in anyone's life is distressing, knowing your risk and being able to manage your health and your life within that risk is empowering. Because this gene is multi-generational in our family line, We have worked extensively to educate our elder relatives and our own children so they are empowered with the awareness that they must be vigilant and educated. And I am so relieved to share with you that our daughter, Kenley, tested negative for the BRCA1 infection. Great successes in medicine. I am thrilled that the mission of In the Pink of Health is to invest dollars in our community by partnering with entities such as Interface, Community Clinic, The Rose, and now Canopy. I ask that you partner with us by making a donation today and completing the donation cards that are in the bowl on your table. Your generosity will ensure that resources and comfort are available. That is a cause that is priceless and deeply rooted in the hearts of everyone in this room. Now, everyone will face cancer differently, whether for yourself or for someone you love. And respectfully, I leave you with a thought: to stay open in the storm. We are told to batten down the hatches, protect ourselves, close up, or take isolation when the weather is rough. And reflecting back, when I was the one going through the trials, the surgeries, and the appointments, I was barely surviving moment to moment. I wasn't strong enough to reciprocate the way I wanted to, but I decided to make room for those who loved me. Just being together was enough. And being alongside my siblings while they too walked through these times. And sometimes it was tempting to pull away because the threat of losing each other was simply too painful to bear. Stay open in the storm. Stay open and make room for the people who want to be by your side on this roller coaster. Look for the moments to create meaningful connections, accept love and generosity from others, and allow the moments to be filled with joy and hope. We are ordinary individuals, but we have the extraordinary opportunity to influence others in this journey. And that's what makes you a hero. Thank you.